7
or
planets.
7 days of the week.
Do 7 wonders of the world.
7 planets.
Om and then silent. So, Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om, and silence. And those are the 7 chakras.
Hello.
What's your number?
It is.
Episode 7.
It is. I have a bunch of notes and then I don't even want to talk about it. I feel like it's so scripted. I'm trying to make it unique and like flow positively into the conversation.
Cool. Do you have anything that comes to mind right away?
7 is a big number in my life.
Why?
I do believe in numerology having a meaning in our life. Numbers is a universal language, just like music is. It's a vibration. And I feel like number 7 has a certain resonance, a certain frequency that channels itself through the universe. And the mathematical numbers that I add up in my life seem to always equivalent to that number. And then when I hear similar stories or look online of other people with 7, it resonates with me a lot.
Okay, how does 7 come up in your life that you're talking about?
My name is 7 letters. My last name I was born with the 7 letters. My birthday equals 7 letters.
Wow.
My birthday equals 34, which is a perfect 7. There's a 2, 5, 7, a 1, 6, 7.
Yeah.
3 and 4 is the perfect balance of the masculine and the feminine energy.
Wow.
It's a perfect 7, becoming my name, Brandon.
7 letters.
7 consonants, 7 syllables.
Oh, wow.
My last name is Jakes. Brandon Alexander Jakes.
Wow.
7 syllables. It's my birth, my government. I don't want to say the numbers of my birthday. You
And
can figure it out.
7's always been like a favorite number for you, like always, like
No.
for some reason, or okay.
I listened to Sam Tripoli. It's a tinfoil hat podcast, and on the podcast he has this dude Santos Bonacci, and that guy obliterated my mind. Obliterated it
I know Santos.
to a point where it was like I don't know anything.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll do that.
He's really good on I'm a Taurus as well. The Taurus field, your torso, your energy, it's where your heart is, your aura, your Taurus field. That's the kind of shit he's on.
Yeah.
It sounds trippy, but it's like, all of this stuff has meaning.
He's into the Aries thing too. I'm an Aries.
Your 7 chakras,
Yeah,
your
7.
7 sacraments,
7's the
7
perfect
days of the
number.
week.
7 days of the week. Earth took 7 days to build. It's the perfect number. It's the number of wisdom.
Yeah, it's the king, queen, and angel archetype.
Wow.
Literally, that is the archetype it is. It's
Damn.
The good thing about it is the wisdom, the knowledge, wanting to learn. But the bad stuff is the stubbornness, the loneliness. That will of learning and knowing the truth. That's not a good.
That's tough to deal with. That's a whole different lens of glasses you got on life.
And throughout my life, I'm always looking for the truth. I don't care if it hurts.
Trying to figure it out.
I'm very objective and analytical.
Yeah, same way. I'm always trying to figure things out like that. I have a little 7 in me too. I mean, we both do. 1996 adds up to 25, which is 2 plus 5 is a 7. That's where I get my 7 from. I'm a 4, 11, 7 overall, 22.
Okay.
You're a 5, 4, 7 overall, a 7.
Yes.
You
5,
know.
4. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a little 7 in us. I love learning as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. And I don't feel like when you ask, do I see 7 everywhere? I don't. It's not like the movie 23 where I'm walking around and it's like, does that equal 7? Does that equal 7? But when I do the mathematical analysis of my life,
it's always a constant
it is
pattern.
a constant pattern that is arriving.
That's pretty cool. That's interesting.
It's
a great intro to episode 7.
No, for real. And then the 3, as well as the 7 blends the heavenly, the spiritual, and the ground and the earth.
Explain that.
Your 7 chakras is a vibrational representation of your physical body. It's connecting the spiritual soul to your physical body, and it's explaining it through light.
Wow.
So the perfect
That was a good explanation.
7.
That was a good explanation.
I did my Santos Bonacci. I rewatched a little bit of his stuff, and I was like, I need to know.
I said, explain that. Motherfucker, explain that shit.
Yeah. So that's why it makes sense. The resonance, the light frequency of the 7.
7's also an unlucky number, though. Have you heard that? There's two sides. There's always 2 sides of every coin.
Everything is inverted.
Yeah. So like when you go to the casino gambling and the slots, you pull it and it's trying to get you to 777. That's an unlucky number.
It is the unluckiest number.
That's what, so, but a lot of people swear 7 is their lucky number.
Yeah.
It's funny how that is.
It is. It's because they want to manifest that energy of unlucky and you not winning.
Yeah.
It represents the not good side of attaining what you want. Yeah.
All right.
What do you know about 7? You were going a little bit. 7 sacraments, 7 planets.
7 continents. There's.
You know they like to learn.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
said they
Oh,
like
so
to learn.
from a
And
numerology.
from what is your 7? What do you take?
Oh, from my point of view, from that, my 7, I love learning. I love reading. The 7's all about the loner, wisdom, reading, truth seeking. That's what the 7 embodies. What else does 7 embody? Injury. Sevens are usually injury prone people. I freaking tore my ACL. I have bad left shoulder.
I don't really get injuries.
Really?
Not that I'm. Yeah.
I don't get sick, but
I do get. I mean, I don't get sick.
I've been
but I
prone
probably-
to few twisted ankles. I got stitches right here. I have stitches on the back of my ankle.
Keep going.
So 7
The
also
7
is an unlucky number as far as health concerned. So you definitely got to
Yes.
take care of yourself.
Yeah, we said almost everything. 7 planets, 7 blah blah, 34 perfect. Yeah. But 7. This is the other. This is why 7 is the mark of the beast. 777 is the mark of the beast. The monster logo. If you look at it, it's 3 7s in a row. I'll pull up a logo of it right here. It's
yeah.
3 7s, and it's the mark of the. They say in the
Isn't it
Bible.
666?
Those. The symbol of it though, is a 7.
Yeah, it's kind of like
It is 3 7s.
Yeah.
It's the mark of the beast. If you look up the mark of the beast right now, it'll show you 3 L's or 7s that are, yeah. What I wanted to do with this is to put in a wrap. I wanted to tell if the 7s, other people, you do the math on your birthday, your name out, and you become a 7, what to do with it.
Yeah, so I guess from the things that I know what to do, if you got any kind of
Start simple, love life. Who do you look for in a partner if you're a 7?
If you're a 7, you got to know who you are first. You're a loner at heart. You're a person who likes to keep to themselves, read, most likely introverted. So I would pair a 7 perfectly with, 7 is the only number in numerology who has a soulmate. Its soulmate is number 11. So if you find any 11 life path girls out there, shout out to my shouter, she had an 11 life path. That could be a potential soulmate. I'm not saying that there it is.
Yeah.
Go ahead, but 7s and 11s in numerology are the only soulmates that exist.
That was a solid answer.
And most importantly, forget the numerology part.
7-Eleven, go shopping.
Forget the numerology part. If you're introverted at heart, get yourself with an extroverted person. My girl's an introverted person herself, and I'm an extroverted person. I'm an ENTJ. I talk, and she's learned so much from me, and I've learned so much from her. So
Talks too much.
try to get with someone that's, not try to get with someone, but if you want to work on your communication as a 7 to try to beat that part of your life path, which is something a 7 has to work on because they're introverted at heart, they keep to themselves, they're lonely.
Yes.
Their life path mission is to use all that research, all that knowledge, but not keep to themselves and have friends and maintain relationships. Relationships is what gets you through the 7.
I agree with the next.
Yeah.
Business. What should they do for a career?
Shorts. You want rapid fire? I thought
I did want rapid fire, but I loved your answer, so let them
business.
Once you said the 11, I was
strategic.
like, oh, that's a perfect answer.
I love 7s in some sort of strategy.
Yeah, if you had a master build and put a 7 somewhere, where are you putting them?
Great question. Let me think about that.
I think the industry matters, but let's just give generic everything.
I would go into research. I would go into
R&D.
market data. I want that 7 presenting data to me. I want that 7 presenting charts to me on a weekly
these
basis.
are the statistics of last week's marketing thing, whatever.
Exactly. This is what, research.
This is how many people bought this last week, whatever. I need
exactly. I need
20
charts.
more.
I need charts because 7, I want them to be the people
like the person
getting
who
data.
made that.
I want data.
You know the Donald Trump sign that saved his life allegedly when he turns his sign?
Uh-huh.
The person who made that chart.
Oh, I didn't
You
even
see
know
what
that.
I'm saying?
I didn't even know
No,
that.
I'm just saying that is a research person who made the chart and had to tell him, 20% of. I see what you're saying,
exactly.
research and development.
Yeah, I like
person.
that for a 7 if I had to choose.
Yeah, me too. I like that. Strategic, be an accountant, be something that you can
What about
apply
you
yourself to
coming
and
from a life
constantly
path
learn.
7? What have you seen as common patterns in your life, or how do you view being a 7 like? Because
This is something I also did research on. On episode 1, you kept saying your personal years.
yeah,
This is a personal year for us. What does that mean? Because I looked it up, and it's not what you were saying it was.
well,
In my analysis of it, my life path 7, I actually, what you're saying, what I've gained from it is pay attention. Every 7 years of my life, I go through dramatic changes. Dramatic. From 1 to 7, from 7 to 14, from 14 to 20, 21, I open my eye. I'm 28 now.
yeah.
That's why I feel like it's a personal year for me when you said that. But a personal year is, everyone has a personal year every year.
A personal year is actually, that was for us last year. I think I might have been confused, but
Okay.
last year was a personal year. You're always in a personal year when the year that you're in, because, okay, yeah, the year that you're in is changing, right?
Of course.
2024, 2023, 2022, it's always changing. What's stagnant is May 4th for you, for your birthday. What's stagnant for me is April 11th for me.
Okay.
What changes is that year. That
Okay.
year determines that overall year's energy for that person.
Okay.
So for you, 5 and 4, it's always going to be 9, plus whatever the year is.
Yes.
So last year for us was a personal year. I was in a 22 energy, building, working on time save. You were in a 7 energy, being a social media manager.
Yes, that was last year.
That was last year. So I don't know if I
Okay,
was
that was probably that.
yeah, but basically
That's
personal.
why it confused me when you were like, we're in a personal year this year. I was like, no, last year or 2 years ago was that personal year.
But personal
Whatever.
years only happen once every, I think every 7 years.
That's what the question he asked me was, what have I learned from being a 7? And that is what I would learn. Pay attention to every 7 years in your life. I feel like you will go through significant changes. I feel like Jesus was a master number 33 and his significant
It is every
change in
7.
his life
It is every
33.
7 for us. Yeah.
But I personally feel like it's whatever your life path number is, that's when you go through that cycle of change. So if you're a 9 life path, you will go through a change every 9 years. I don't know if that's
Oh
the
shit!
same thing
No,
we're
no, it's
talking
every
about.
9. It's every 9. It's every 9.
It's every 7. Is it every? No,
It's every 9.
8.
No, every
8.
9. Every
8.
9. It's 9.
Okay.
It's 9 because 1996 was our personal year. Year 7. I'm a 22.
Yes.
Then 9 years later is
Yes.
2005.
But
So that year is a 7
you're
energy.
explaining what a personal year is.
And then 7, and then
exactly.
9 years later, after
Exact.
2005, is 2014.
Write that down.
2014, when we were seniors, that was our personal year. Next time we had a personal year was 9 years after 2014, which was
Okay.
you see what I'm saying?
All right. Next, what family and friends? Who do you surround yourself with if you're a 7?
No. I asked you
Okay.
a question. You're a life path
I
7.
answered.
Oh.
Keep going.
Oh wait, you did?
You said, what do I notice of being a life past 7 things in my life? I'm telling them and you, pay attention to that 7-year cycle. As a 7, that's what I feel like I go
Okay,
through.
okay. I
From 0
forgot
to
because you were
7.
coming at me for not being okay.
No, I'm
Gotcha,
sorry.
gotcha.
My first memory started when I was 7. 14, I feel like I started high school, whatever, started that whole life. 21, I opened my eye and I started to be like, what is reality? Santos Bonacci, shout out. I wanted to bring up another part I want to talk about. But yes, 21, opened up Santos Bonacci. 28, starting a podcast, baby.
It's every 9.
For me and 7s out there,
I
what
see
he
what you're
asked
saying.
me, what I learned from my life and being a 7, it's every 7 years. It's
gotcha,
not every...
Gotcha. But
significant
personal
cha-
years is every 9.
Maybe
is what I'm saying.
significant changes happen every 9 and I don't really pay attention
Yeah, now that I'm
and
thinking
I'm
about
ignoring. But for me personally as a 7, if you don't believe it, it's true to you. If you...
that. Cool. So, what was the next thing?
The next thing I was going to ask you is, who do you want to be a guest on our show? First, if you could get somebody.
I could guess someone. Oh man, if I could get anyone, or next. Like, what's
let me
the
give you
question? Who's my
answer.
dream scenario, or who's
Exactly.
like my?
Let me give you my answer. My answer is Julian Dory. He has a podcast. He's like a journalist and podcast. He's in Hoboken, New Jersey. He's very famous, but very for the people. Very underground, doing very hard work journalism, ready to take off to a crazy level at any point. He's in the grind mode right now. He would elevate us to points I can't even imagine. I would be more than appreciative to have him. He's a real attainable person. Of course, I want to have on huge celebrities, but I don't feel like that's attainable. And I
and
really
he
like
adds
this
so
guy's
much
content.
value in the podcast world.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
And he hasn't gotten... I feel like he should be on Joe Rogan's podcast and Lex Friedman's podcast and all.
Damn.
He is one blink of an eye away from that. He should be already.
Wow.
The guys he interviews make he interviewed a guy, Paul Rosalie. He was just like us, doing a podcast. Not like us, but making a podcast. He was not famous, grinding. He had a guy, Paul Rosalie. Paul Rosalie came on, made Julian Dory famous, and Paul Rosalie goes on to Lex Friedman, Joe Rogan, becomes a very successful thing in the Amazon rainforest. But Julian Dory put him on, and he doesn't get the stain, I feel like, of going on the podcast that he's put people on for making them famous.
I feel
Julian
like,
Dory's my answer.
That's fire.
But if,
That's fire.
Yeah. How about you?
Great question.
Go follow and subscribe to Julian Dory.
Honestly, I would love to have a mentor of mine who I haven't spoken to in probably like 2-3 months. Mentor, a friend, Camden Weiss. He's someone that I found on an app where you can connect. The app was
Grindr?
No, I'll tell you right now, actually.
Yo, you see, if there was a crowd, the crowd would be laughing. I need a producer back there. Do you know what Grindr is?
Oh, no. It's because my fault.
It's all good.
My fault.
It's all good.
It's because I was...
The podcast world's going to love that. The people love the jokes. I don't need you to laugh. But you met this guy on an app?
Yeah, whatever. I met this guy on an app looking for blockchain
Grindr.
people. Not Grindr, motherfucker. I've been in a 10-year relationship. I got a 4-month-old kid. Shout out to Avi. Shout out to Rocio. Grindr only on weekends. So no. But, yeah, so I met Camden Weiss on this app, and he's only a year or 2 years older than me. He has so much success.
That's crazy.
He's a board member. He's a CEO of like 3 different companies, or of one company. He's a tech advisor to a huge corporation. And when we connected the first time, he was so spiritual. He gave so much advice to me. Yeah. And he let me know, like, hey, bro, like, not bro, but hey, brother, like, we're brothers type shit. And we connected on such a vibration. It was insane. Okay. It was like, bro, we're brothers. And he's like,
I wonder if he thinks the same. That's what I'm smiling here.
I have the whole video recorded.
We're brothers.
We can put. I'll send you the clips.
We're soul brothers.
I'll send you the clips of literally us talking.
Like, who the fuck is Ariel?
I'll show you our conversation with him.
I believe you talked to him. Yeah, I believe you talked to him and it was great. Yes, I'm just hating.
Hating us.
All right, Cameron Weiss.
Motherfucker talking about Julian Dory. Never talked to no Julian Dory. I'll talk to him some real details. But all right, so yeah, we connected. He loved the idea of time save. He said he sees so much of himself in me.
Okay.
And he basically, like, I paid him for his time that time.
Okay.
For like, I remember adding 15 minutes and having to pay $60 bucks.
He probably remembers, yeah.
And he was like, literally, I'm like, fuck, I had the option to add 15 more minutes with him for 60 bucks. And then he was like, the timer's going down to 30 seconds. I'm like, yo, I'm getting so much value. I had an hour with him for like 150.
Okay.
You got 15 minutes for like 60. I'm like, yeah.
I
hit it. I'm like, bro, like, I'm getting so much. It's like I'm talking to Dan Martell one-on-one.
It's worth it.
One-on-one. He's 2 years older than me. He's so successful. He's in the blockchain ecosystem.
In the industry you were trying to
get into. Gave me so much sauce. And we just connected on a crazy level. He's from Florida. And he was like, yo, here's my number. Like, let's connect, like, off this. You don't got to pay me, nothing like that. You know, like, we're friends. Yeah. You know, like, we're friends. Don't look at me as, like, a mentor, nothing like that. And we had probably, like, 5 follow-up calls after that. And every time I always had so much gratitude. And Camden, thank you so much for, like, taking time out of your day to talk to me. You know, and he would always tell me, like, we're friends, you know, like, you know, I'm only a little bit older than you. Like, he was just that kind of person. So, to answer your question, I would love to have Camden Weiss just to inspire the others that were like me in my shoes 2 years ago.
Asking him the right questions for free and not having to pay whatever it is.
And just talk about, like, my journey and where we're at and where he's at. Yeah. Because he's always on to something new.
Is he? True. So he is an attainable person.
I have a conversation with him. I have his number.
We could pay him X amount of. How much did you just pay him? We could pay him to be on the pod.
Yeah,
that's not 100%. A bad idea. That's an investment.
Let's do it.
Honestly, we talked about this before the pod started. That's a you podcast.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Exactly.
I'll do it. I wouldn't even have to pay. I mean,
not
I would offer.
It's our podcast, but that's an Ariel.
He's the man, bro. I called him probably like 2 months ago. No, probably way before that. I called him before Avi was born, so before July. And I remember I'm like, hey, Cam, like, first thing, like, I'm not even gonna tell him.
What's up?
I asked him for, how are you doing? Where you at? Like, how's your businesses, like all
Is he
that.
married? Kids? You don't know.
Nah, he's not. He's single. He's in he's from
bachelor.
Florida, but he was in the Carolinas. I forget, North or South Carolina. He was like, yeah, I'm out here on the farm. I'm building this new blockchain ecosystem for
All
the
right, I
farm.
love Cameron Weiss. That's who we want on. But come on, let's move.
Okay. Last time
10 minutes of Cameron Weiss.
Last time.
Julian Dory, Cameron Rice. Whoa. Cameron Weiss.
Camden
Weiss. Julian Dory. It's our goals. If we ever get him on, you'll know we fucking made it.
Yo, last time we were talking about Drake, and I feel like we didn't even hit on it.
We didn't. We just scratched the surface.
Yeah, so I feel like let's.
What do you want to talk? I actually opened up a lot.
Let me ask you.
In ChatGPT, when I put the transcript, he was like, oh, you're opening up about Drake being closer to you than family members. And I was like, I did say that.
Damn.
That was me.
True, yeah, you did say that.
So that was pretty deep.
He's one of my idols.
Me too. I was not joking.
Why?
Because, wait, why what?
Why is he one of your idols?
For what he represented when I was listening to him at the moment, he was a very upkept, cool young man who made really good music, in my opinion.
He was? Okay, what is he now?
Oh, now he's a he represents a very different beast, I feel like.
You think so? Wow.
Yeah, he's definitely, no one stays the same for that reign of time. And I'm not going to be one of those kids that said, I love the old Drake. You know? I'm going to be real and be like, yeah.
Damn,
I don't feel like he represents, I still like him, I'll still listen to his music, but I don't feel like he represents the same thing that he used to represent.
I feel like he reminds me of a chameleon. That's why I love him so much. The fact that he can touch so many different genres and so many different types of people and make such different kinds of music.
That's why he gets all the hate. That's called culture vulturing.
Okay, let me finish, because that's called hating.
What?
That's called hating. What he's doing is no different from Mr. Beast, Speed, traveling the world. He's touching all these different markets. He's touching all these different markets and being successful. He went into the Dominican culture and made songs with Romeo Santos, the LeBron of Dominican music, and killed it. He made bachatas, regular songs, then like all that. Then he went to Puerto Rico's #1 artist, the #1 artist in the world, Bad Bunny, has songs with him, killed that. Let me just tap into the Spanish market. Then let me go to the Caribbean market, all that Jamaican, twist and turn, like he's.
No, I totally agree. That's
and then let's go to the UK. Let's go to the UK and kill that. And do freestyles on the #1 radio. He's on a different fucking level. Not only is he touching these markets, but he's doing it successfully. I'm like, damn, you gotta respect that.
Oh, but that's why he's the best to me, in my opinion. That's why when you asked, I was not joking. He is the best.
Love that about him. That's what I
so how do you
about
feel about him now? What does he represent to you now?
I still love Drake. Drake drops. I drop
Get
everything.
his dick out of your mouth and then tell me the answer.
I love Drake. That's not gonna change. I've loved Drake since high school. I feel like he's one of my idols, like I said, where he is so great for such a long period of time in that industry, has never been seen. And I feel like there's just a lot to learn from him type shit. I mean, no one's perfect. And for him to be like on that spot.
You just filibustered my question. What does Drake represent to you now?
Oh, what does Drake represent?
He didn't get the cock out of
He
his mouth.
represents...
You like his image and what he represents now? I'm asking.
I don't like the gambling stuff he pushes. I don't like the nails colors he pushes.
That's rock star shit.
I don't fuck with that. But as far as like what he represents, I mean, he got a little kid. I don't know what you mean by what he represents. He's Jewish. He's Jewish. I feel like he represents being great, the best. He's the best. That's what he represents. Being the fucking best. Here, Michael Jackson, you die. Hey, Lil Wayne, give me that.
Yeah.
I'm running off with this shit. He represents being the best. That's what I think. Fuck all that extra.
I idolize people so much.
Yeah.
I think he's the best too, but
I do idolize people.
Look at this on camera. I'll put it on camera. I wouldn't even interview Drake, and if we did, it would be for the clout. I wouldn't even want to sit down and care to have a conversation with him. Dead ass. And if I did, it's for that check, baby, or for the numbers.
Why?
This is genuinely. I'd rather interview somebody that maybe it's part of I don't want to learn about him because I'm going to be disappointed and I don't care. He is already an idol to me. Keep it that way. I don't need to idolize him, even you know. 2 is, I know him so well, I don't really care. I don't idolize anyone. There's no one that I'm...
If you had the option to talk to Drake, you wouldn't want to talk to Drake?
I would not suck his dick like that.
That never came out of my mouth.
I just told you.
I never
that.
said you gotta suck his dick. My question is, if you had the option to have a conversation with Drake, you wouldn't have a conversation with
If
Drake?
it would put me in a better place monetarily, not just to
That's
have,
fucking stupid.
Where I don't care about another. Yeah.
Nah.
I'm
Put a lie.
rather-
Get the lie detector.
I'd rather talk to Mr. Beast.
Red. Like, it's fucking Drake.
I'd rather talk to
You're
Mr.
talking to me.
Beast.
Nothing. Like, it's fucking Drake.
I understand. What are you going to talk to him about? He comes on the podcast. what are
It's
you talking
fucking
to
Drake. I
about?
would love to talk to Drake. I'd be like, bro, why don't you never play Furthest
True.
Thing? That's my favorite fucking song.
That's because you have his cock in your mouth.
Yeah, I would ask him shit about Rihanna.
I understand.
I would ask him shit about the game. I would ask him shit about business, about branding,
Yo, Champagne Poppy.
about Brandon.
Yeah.
I would ask him shit about, I would ask him for an opportunity. You got something for me, bro? I wouldn't even say you got something for me. I would find a way, like, what's your biggest problem?
That's what I would talk to him for.
Dude,
I'm not saying
it's
I wouldn't.
fucking Drake.
Clip that.
Some hating ass shit.
No, I'm not. All right, so realistically, you believe in this Kendrick and Drake stuff. Who won this? We're gonna talk about this like.
Oh, lyrics or
I'm saying with stain, reputation, legacy.
Drake?
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
To me, Drake is not on this pedestal you're putting him on. Not that I'm hating. Like I don't want to interview him. I said I'll interview him because, or I'll talk to him.
Not
because,
Like Us was a
and
great-
listen, if I do talk
was
to
a
Drake,
great
it would
song.
be recorded. I would not just sit down with Drake. I mean, maybe eventually we're cool
Yeah, you
boys.
fucking
We're
would.
fucking boys
You
with
cannot
Drake.
say those words out of your mouth and believe them shits. I can't believe them shits. It's just so
Prove
disrespectful.
me wrong. Prove me, Drake. Prove me
Motherfucker,
wrong.
Drake text
Drake.
me.
Prove
Drake
me wrong.
DM the air. You trying
me-
to have a combo?
Prove me wrong. Drake, prove me wrong. I'll ignore your DM, bro. You can DM me, Drake. I'll ignore you. No, for real. I was on Drake's side. I loved him, but then I actually, in the beginning of the Kendrick beef, I analyzed the situation objectively, and I was like,
I'm a hating ass
no.
nigga.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm a hating ass nigga.
First of all, you want to see the legends fall. That's what you got to do. But realistically,
I want the legends to fucking stay
no.
at the top.
Listen, Kendrick.
Top
is-
G.
If we went to war right now, Kendrick is an American, brother. Bleed red, white, and blue for my country, brother. That's dead ass why. At the end of the day, that's some dumb Canadian shit going on that I don't care about. This is home. This is what we talk about. They're trying to influence, whatever. That's just not, they're not trying to influence our music, but we are the mecca of music throughout the world.
A business.
I'd rather us be more poppin' than some Canadian dude. Kendrick all day, baby. And lyrically, I feel like he destroyed Drake. Drake had 2 good songs. If that.
Not Like Us was the best song there. Drake, bro. You can't, come on. Fuck Kendrick. He had one good tape. He had one good Kid Mad City. The Backstreet shit, like, ugh. And the DNA shit was good.
No, Drake is my favorite artist of all time.
I get what you mean, but man, fuck Kendrick. I don't stand by. Drake's
He
been
was.
hot. I mean, Kendrick disappears. Kendrick gets hot by his strategy. His Kendrick's thing is shouting out the biggest names for publicity. How did he get hot with the back
True.
in the day with the shock the world where he came at everyone or whatever?
True.
How did he just
Oh,
get back
true.
on the thing after taking a huge
True.
break? Just calling
this goes
out
out
Drake.
to Big Fumi, but A-Wale, Bishop T,
Drake?
Meek Mill, A$AP
Drake.
Drake?
Drake.
No, Drake's the greatest
He's
of all
been
time.
on fire since 2011.
Drake's the greatest of all time.
Like, he's not missing.
Objectively,
He's not missing.
Objectively, he does not miss.
His man's Midas touch, bing, gold, 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 gold. He's just the way he looks, his voice, he's like LeBron. Like, he's just been on a consistent.
Wow, I just got a crazy down.
He's
Drake's, flaring around in his bed is almost the equivalent to Michael Jackson's hanging a baby out the window. We'll never forget Michael Jackson for hanging that baby out the
No.
window.
I think that's different. Way different.
You tell me in the comments.
I remember that, but I don't think that was that as big as that.
What?
No,
I'm saying
Because even
Drake's
CB,
reputation-
even Chris Brown got his shit leaked.
That's not Drake. Chris Brown beats bitches.
Why are you looking at me serious ass face? These bitches.
He does though. Like
Alright, whatever. Yo, were you
I
ever
love
talking
Drake,
about
though.
music?
I love Drake.
Do the
Interview.
people even know you used to make music?
Of course.
We said that. We
I
talked
think
about?
so, yeah.
What was your
If you don't notice, get the hints. Every freaking episode is try to freestyle.
True.
I'm constantly bringing up music clips. We're talking about Drake.
Bro, you remember all the videos I used to record in the BMW whip?
Of course.
Yeah.
You remember the Victory Bridge? Well, you don't
Yeah,
remember
of course,
Okay.
yeah.
You looked at me like...
We used to go to South Amboy. Come on.
We should see if Brandon has the balls to put a little clip of that right here. Let's see if Brandon has the balls right here. Right here, I'll put a clip if I feel like it.
You're like
remember
Ginobili?
that.
Like, that was a fire bar. Bro, I used to write. I used to be like, yo, Brandon,
Ariel wrote a whole song and it's really good.
Remember Remote Start?
No, I remember. Shorty, you don't wanna go outside no more. Cause I got your back for sure. Shorty, you don't gotta go outside no more.
Yeah, that was a good time.
You know that I be back.
Nah, the one.
I remember Remote Start, but not the melody
The
like
best
that.
one we had, bro, which was the one I feel
And
like.
you're all like...
No.
Like,
Remember
you know
the one
me?
they used to always practice that? It used to be. How'd it go?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
You were on my ass. Nah, you can do it better. Yo, you would have been a great sound producer for me. Like, no, you can do it better. You can do it better. No, do it like this.
I did that.
Damn.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It hit
Like,
my...
it's my last. Damn, I forgot.
Yeah, I literally want to look it up on my phone.
It was a
that
hype
good.
up song.
It was that good.
Nah, it was a hype up song.
It was good,
It was a hype up song. If you said one line, I'd catch it, bro.
I feel it coming.
I feel it coming.
I feel it coming. I remember. Yeah. This is nothing but I'm like love. Yeah, no, it's like...
Came up from nothing. Beat drop.
No, that was great.
Yo.
Ariel was a ghostwriter. Ariel was like, what the fuck? No, I had a few ghostwriters. I had a few ghostwriters. In my famous music career, I had an influence of ghostwriters, yes. No, but for real, thing of making music, bringing that up, I feel like it's great to... That's why I feel like Drake is great. Drake is amazing because he uses his people around you. OVO 40. OVO 40 is his right hand. Seriously, it is just a representation. He is the guy in the studio.
His timing. And he's always ahead of the curve.
So
you
to
notice
me,
that too?
that's like me and
Yes,
you
it
making
is.
a song. You see, it's great art to me. And
True.
Drake is just a
Using people's
representation
skills.
of that group of people.
Yeah. He's just
a
the face.
Food for thought. In Italy in the 1400s, there were hundreds of dudes named Leonardo da Pisa, Leonardo de France.
You told me this.
This is Leonardo da Vinci. It just means a dude's named Leonardo from a town of Da Vinci. And they just group all of these ideas in that generation of Renaissance, a credit to this one Leonardo da Vinci. Just like Drake's whole group of people, they just accredit all of the work to Drake. He's the face, the representation of their...
But Leonardo da Vinci was an actual person. He was actually a 22.
So is Drake.
He was actually a 22. Shout out to Leonardo da Vinci if you've seen this from up there.
He's
Guide
one
my
of...
soul.
If we could interview anybody, I would interview him over Drake, you see?
Nah, that's different.
Obviously.
Of course. Oh, that's a good question. If you could interview anyone dead or alive, one person, who and why?
That's a great one. Probably my grandpa.
Huh?
Actually my great-grandma. One of those dead relatives.
Why?
Find out more about myself. Find out more about them, to in turn find
Well,
out
give
more
me
about
one.
myself.
I said one person. Give me
My
one.
great-grandma.
Great-grandma.
My grandma's
So your mom's
mom.
mom. Your what?
My grandma's mom. My mom's grandma.
Oh.
My grandma's alive. But her mom, who
But I feel
brought
like
us-
that
she's
time when you're
brought
talking
us-
about like the late 1800s, early 1900 person, right?
1920s.
Type person. So you think that's valuable to learn about yourself?
This is where we come back to the idolizing. I don't give a shit about Leonardo da Vinci or Isaac Newton's math. I care more about myself and what I could find out meaning of my life in this world.
Damn, I think about it so differently.
I get what you're saying. I totally
Yeah.
understand that side.
Yeah.
But then the other side of me is like, all right, I'm going to have a conversation with him and that'll be cool. But I'd much rather find out about myself.
Damn, I would love to talk to fucking Tesla,
That's a good one.
Gandhi,
George Washington.
Marcus Aurelius.
Matt Perry.
George Washington was a 22.
Matt, you know who Matt Perry is?
Matt Perry, he's the.
He just died in a hot tub. He was a Friends actor.
I don't know. I ain't never seen Friends.
Yeah.
I'm not cultured, guys.
Damn, that'd be a great show to
Not
have.
cultured.
Just try to culture you. Have you seen The Office?
No, I'm not cultured. If you say any names, actor names,
This might be the last show.
I know science, I know math,
That's
I know
why
business.
You need to watch.
I don't watch movies. I don't watch TV.
This is where you need that.
I like Celtics. I like basketball and baseball. But shows, actors, movies, I'm gonna wait till I'm old for that.
The other day when
Maybe.
I went to the stand, I went to the comedy club and I met a comedian. I think his name is Gio Perez, and he was talking about a DMT story. Okay, all comedians, not all, but Joe Rogan, every comedian I've heard that takes DMT, when they go into their world, you know what they see?
What?
They see clowns. Clowns surrounding them, hundreds of thousands of clowns just laughing at them. Because this is what is in their subconscious. That's where their energy is always. And I feel like if you took DMT, it would be nothing like. I don't even know how I'm trying to correlate these thoughts, but it's making sense in my head. Like,
I mean, just
you need to watch more cultured, funny stuff. Is
Why?
what I'm saying. Because you don't get that side.
I don't want that though. I like having
Why?
a free mind.
You're not. Did you hear what you just said?
What? I like having
I
a
told
free
you
mind.
to do something. I suggested a thing. To watch more comedy, culture stuff. And the first thing you said to me is, I don't want to do that. And then the next thing you said to me right after that was, I want to have a free mind. That's the definition of not being free, me telling you, hey, check out some funny stuff, comedy. A free mind would have said, you know what, bro, I'll check it out.
No,
Or
no.
you know, maybe I do need to or you see what I'm saying?
No, I think you're misinterpreting my definite
Yeah.
like how I'm saying free mind, because that's gonna occupy my mind with entertainment. I don't want my mind filled with entertainment. I don't like that. My mind doesn't do good with that.
You were just talking about Drake for God knows how long. That's entertainment.
Yeah, but as far as like, that's why I don't watch shows. I don't watch movies because it burns my soul and my mind. It feels like I'm wasting time.
Okay.
Music, listening to my favorite music, like, I don't do it as often as I did before. But yeah, that's a different form of entertainment that's more passive for me while I work.
Yeah.
But I like working on business. I like reading.
When I watch these comedy podcasts, I'm learning. You understand? I'm not watching.
Yeah.
I'm not watching Billy Madison's Adam Sandler movie to laugh or entertain or just kill 2 hours. I'm watching it to see the jokes, to see the recording, to see the editing, to see the structure of why people are entertained. I watch The Office to see why people like this. You see what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
That's what the perspective I'm trying to give you. You don't expose yourself to that side. Somebody told you a joke. When I said Matt Perry from Friends, you didn't understand the reference because you're focused on this business, math, analytical mind.
True.
That's all I'm saying.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But I totally see what you're saying. That shit's just gonna dumb you down and make you stupid. But you have to use it to your advantage. Like,
Oh, 100%.
it's how you consume it. Of course, if you just watch 10 seasons of Friends for nothing, that's stupid. But if you watch it to say, why do people like this? And study the psychology of this dumb show.
Of course.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but
I don't.
I get that from, I feel like you could get that from reading and shit, and from just downloads there. But yeah, of course.
Nobody reads those books. You can't relate to the everyday man.
But I was gonna say, but we could easily, and we did before when we were doing the time safe social media stuff. I remember we were building our blueprint for our content.
Yeah.
We were studying other people's content and building our own blueprint based on other people's content.
Yeah.
I remember seeing David Dobrik's content. If anyone knows David Dobrik's, all his videos, 4 minutes, 20 seconds, similar video style. Like, we're trying to find out our blueprint. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say I don't look at other entertainment. I definitely scroll TikTok and watch YouTube. I love YouTube. Don't get me wrong. I do watch anime. I haven't watched it in a bit.
All
but
I'm saying is balance. You understand? I'm a 7.
Haven't
7
been balanced
episode.
lately, but
You're
yeah.
not being balanced with your consuming of just mathematical, analytical stuff. You're not balanced. Your chakras. You're only trying to operate up here, but there's a grounded area where you need to also operate.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't made time for that kind of stuff because, man, I've been freaking dealing with a lot of life and
With
work.
what?
Well, now, yeah, this month, 2024, November has been tough. I mean, we just lost my brother's best friend, JP, RIP JP.
Yo, RIP JP, bro.
Same night, my uncle, my mom's brother, had a heart attack. R.I.P. Terreno.
All right.
So I had to support my brother during this crucial time. I had to support
Your family.
my mom during this crucial time. Then at the wake for my uncle, my mom has sciatic nerve pains. She can't even stand up. She's so stressed out. So I'm seeing this, and I'm like, shit. I used to take my mom to the gym every morning when I lived here. Shit, mom, we gotta get back to the gym. So, and then I'm looking at Rocio with the baby. I'm like, babe, I'm going home tonight, and me and my mom going to the gym in the morning. So I gotta take care of that. And I got business stuff I'm dealing with. I got people relying on me. So I don't got time to watch no fucking Office or Friends.
I understand.
You see what I mean? Like, that's not my time that I do have for that. I've been spending reading. I haven't even been eating. So I'm definitely not balanced by any means at all. But it's just the season.
You need to.
I'm in the season right now of that. I've had a lot of that. I've watched anime and, I'm in the know and some things. But Office, Friends, those, not everything. That's just me. I'm just this.
No, yeah. You're right. All I'm trying to say is balance. And the first thing I love that you notice about yourself is you're not balanced right now.
Yeah.
You need to.
Oh, yeah, I'll admit it. Yeah. Even in some.
You to see people who do watch Friends all day. They're not wasting their time. True, it depends how you watch it. Yeah, it's all about
even supporting my girl right now. Like, we've had a pretty rough week apart as far as she's handling the baby. I'm handling life, business, and I can't even be making her food and her nutrition and taking care of her. Like, right now I'm doing a podcast. I've done so many podcasts this week.
You're a bad father.
We've had Sunday, and she's had to deal with so much shit today, and me.
Yeah.
I just came from LaGuardia Airport taking her. Oh my God, bro. So like,
sheesh.
I'm not balanced at all, but
yeah,
I'm in a season. I'm in a season.
Yep. That's all that's busy with you? Warehouse, family.
Yeah, reading.
Not all, but
learning.
Yeah. And you started a podcast.
Bro, I got a crazy download. We can talk about it right now.
Please.
I'll ask you a question. Maybe you could help.
Not
ask you a question, but maybe you can help me figure this out. But whatever,
I'm sure good.
Scratch it. Let's just talk about this one download, because there's too many. But
give it to me.
My next move, working on a high-ticket fragrance. I'm going to do a lab at the warehouse, a perfumery. Going to start making things with my own hands, make a beautiful smelling fragrance.
You could be a chemist in there.
Yeah, exactly. Working with my mom. I'm going to have the biggest fragrances like Creed Aventus, $500 fragrance. Illumination by Louis Vuitton, it's like a $600 fragrance. I'm going to have all the big boys. And the little scents that you have at the mall?
Little strips?
Yeah, so I'm going to have a bunch of those. I'm going to have my fucking lab. I'm a biochemist.
And what are you going to do? Combine? What are you saying?
I'm going to make my own custom
with
fragrance.
Their stuff?
No. I'm going to make my own custom fragrance.
Like,
and I'm going to take
eucalyptus oil and make it yourself. Whatever it is.
Exactly. And I'm going to have my own shit, compare it with theirs. And I'm going to have beautiful women like my girl, like my mom, and just go around like, smell this. And once I get, oh, this one's better, mine, I'm like, cool. Now I got my high ticket one. But wait.
No,
that's cool. But this is the real good part. I'm gonna do a high ticket fragrance. This is $400 now.
Okay.
$500 high ticket, whatever it is, and then I'm gonna make, once it's popping. Well, to get it popping, I'm gonna give TikTok influencers and affiliates like.
All right, don't give the secret sauce, but yeah. All right, I give them the sauce, whatever.
And then I'm gonna just base it off Brandon's reaction. Sauce or what?
That's pretty smart.
And the best part
I feel
about
like this fits your skills, and you already have the perfect
fits my skills
infrastructure ready to go and explode that.
And best part is it fits this season because it's gonna bring me and my mom closer, and it's gonna be something. I've always told my mom, "Hey, Ma, I love that you created this. You're literally the breadwinner in our house.
Yeah.
You've done everything. I learned everything from all your mistakes and all your good things. But you have a warehouse full of other people's shit.
True.
Hundreds and thousands of other people's brands. We got Kylie Jenner, Lancome, Hailey Bieber, MAC, Clinique, all these brands.
Let's not expose your whole inventory.
All these different brands.
Yes.
Before I go, Ma, I'm gonna fill this up with our shit. Don't worry. Because now I didn't go to college. I didn't do a biochemistry. I didn't learn all this stuff. I didn't build these skills. I didn't spend $150,000 on a social media app to be selling other people's shit. I'm gonna make my own shit, and that's what. And I told my mom so this whole journey, my next step fits that season, and it's gonna bring me and my mom closer. And I always told my mom, Ma, you never be in a position in life where you're just chilling at home. That's when you're gonna get old and die. If you always have your mind on like, hey, this is what we're working on. I need to go to the warehouse.
Yeah.
I need to come home and cook. I have grandkids that, you know what I mean? A purpose.
Don't sit there and watch Friends, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it fits that season, and I think, looking back, this is going to be one of my favorite chapters.
I hope so.
Time Save was an awesome chapter, learned great lessons,
Yeah.
the warehouse, but this warehouse thing, I've been dealing with business issues with it, and I feel like God's telling me, brother.
You have the chance.
Yeah, like, I'm doing this for a purpose.
Yo, we're about to be like prime. You understand? No, sorry.
I'm coming crazy.
No,
coming crazy.
What's his? He just came out with a.
Yeah, body spray.
We need to be on that kind of time.
Bro, I'm coming crazy. I
this is the stuff.
I have great ideas for this thing no one's ever done.
I'm gonna be like this in like 200 episodes, just spraying your.
Yeah, facts. Facts. Sponsored by. What do you think about the name Avi?
Ooh, Avi Cologne.
What you got on that Avi?
Avi.
I know. Yes or no?
I like it, but it does need more of a Da Vinci Italiano. I mean, amano. So maybe like a Avi Arista Tujo, Avi Arima Muja.
Fire.
Just something like that, just off my first impressions.
Fire.
Avi with a little.
Cool.
And then Avi would be like the, maybe like the nickname. I don't know.
True.
Like the shortened version of.
Well, there's the download. Isn't that a?
That's very good. Like
cool,
Louis
right?
Vuitton.
Yeah.
It would be like Louis, Avi, Louis.
Yeah.
But the real name is Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
Just
Avi Lut. Yeah.
I could imagine really big on the bottle, Avi, and then really like right onto that
type
small, whatever the second is.
It's a little thought.
I like that a lot.
I appreciate it. So I'm gonna cook you up.
You're about to be our first sponsor. What the hell?
Yeah. I'm about to start this media company, and I'm gonna start this fragrance company real soon. People are gonna be. I'm gonna be the number one. I'm gonna be the number one perfumer in the world. The game hasn't been touched in a while. I got the skills for it.
Yeah.
I got the money for it. I got the passion for it. I got my mom. I got my people to support me and get the word out to sell this shit so we can get to another level. I just gotta learn more, apply myself, and use everything I learned for this new journey. It's gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy.
Me and Ariel facing each other.
True.
That's just my thought right now. But you're right.
True.
This is gonna be the biggest.
It's cool, right?
100%.
See, like I don't need Josh.
Exactly.
I'm Josh.
That's what I mean with
I'm
the
Josh.
skill set.
And I'm like, if you saw me in college, to be honest, coming from where we come from in Perth Amboy, we never had labs. We never had no labs or real teachers.
Yeah.
Charter school just got closed down.
It did?
All of them are closing down. Now it's going to be something else, and all they got moved to the new high school by Wendy's. But But let me pause.
Wait,
when
so
I
the high school that I went to no longer exists?
Nope. And we're in a 10-year reunion. We're not even having a reunion. We got canceled.
I wasn't going anyway.
That's crazy. But nonetheless, when I went to college as a biochemist, as a junior, I remember going to those labs and those kids next to me being like, you don't remember doing this in high school? I remember some kids being like, you never did this in middle school?
Oh, true.
I'm like, no.
Our high school was pretty bad.
No, I didn't have this opportunity, you know? Oh, I remember doing this, like, oh my, wow. But I was always nasty at labs. That's I always did great there, so I can't wait to be back in the lab.
Do you remember the first time we met? Because I just thought high school.
Baseball.
This is where I met Ariel, just so you guys know.
Baseball.
Baseball
Freshman team.
Nah.
Before that?
Vic's house, smoking in the back?
No, I wasn't smoking as a freshman.
You right, me either. I didn't smoke till my junior year.
It was me and you, Starling. It was me and you, No, baseball.
Jordan.
Baseball.
Where's
I didn't
Jordan?
play football.
And when does Jordan come in?
We started smoking and shit like junior.
Oh, you're right. That's junior year, Jordan,
junior,
and then
senior.
Waterfront Goons.
Yeah,
and
junior, senior. But like we knew each other. We were cool. Freshman year, you quit the baseball team. We were on the same freshman year baseball team.
Me and Ari
It
went
was
to
the
a
first
high
baseman. I
school.
was second baseman.
Me and
We
Ari-
used to
okay,
throw
that's
double
it.
plays to you.
That's it. We went to high school with 100 kids.
Yeah.
We were the only kids. When we were the sophomores, there was freshmen, and then we were juniors. They at our time,
I think you started way too early. As freshmen, we didn't even have enough desks for 100 kids for the first 2 months.
I was picking the tablecloth apart on our table. It wasn't even. It was a table, not desk. It was a table.
I wasn't even an original charter school person. I was like from East Campus, which was like the advanced thing.
Okay.
And I came because people dropped out of charter,
Yes.
and I was like the 94th spot.
I signed up for Perth Amboy High
Okay.
School, and then at the last moment, they were like, "Hey, you got in."
Really?
I swear.
I was at East Campus.
I was gonna buy. Yeah,
That's crazy.
but I was there day one with charter. Like,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Damn.
I didn't
What-
know you came a little late. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's
Who was over there at East Campus? You, Wow. Christina was there.
Brian.
Brian was there.
Nas.
That was the smart kids.
Nas.
East Campus was the smart
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
So you guys
all the GNT
understand.
people.
Yeah.
Instead of sending them to the
And
high
it
school.
was hard as hell.
Bro.
So all of them
Were you
were
there?
like, no, but I know the story.
I was
They
there.
all had to leave. They wanted to leave.
Bro, so East Campus was for 8th graders for Shoal. We had 2 middle schools in Perth
Shit was
Amboy.
hard.
We had 2 middle schools in our shitty ass town. If you were in 8th grade in any of these 2 middle schools in the G&T program, they weren't sending you to the jungle at the high school. They were sending you to East Campus for 1 year at least. This East Campus was like for the G&T people from 8th grade to not get fucked up and get with the wrong crowd and do hella work and set you up for college and shit
The
like that.
smartest people I knew at the time couldn't handle it.
Bro, I was in there the first day of class. My English teacher, Miss Martinuke, I'll never forget her. She was like, all right, guys, you can I'm Miss Martinuke. You guys can hand in your 5-page essay for the summer book you guys had
Day
to
one?
do. And we're all like, bro, I think 2 people out of 30-something did it.
Oh, no.
And she was like, all right, I'm going to give you guys another week. Read the book, but you're getting like 15 points off.
Wow.
And we're all like, bruh, my 8th grade teacher assigned a book for me to, like, what? So that was just day 1.
Sheesh.
That was day 1. And I'll never forget, just a funny story, because Miss Martinuke, you know Chris Murillo?
Of course.
That was his, like, aunt.
Really?
Yeah. His aunt. Bro, I'll never forget it. Chris was in my class, and we took a 7-question quiz. And she had all the questions, like, she was standing in front of the class saying the question, and then you had to write the answer based on what our reading from the summer book. Chris, no one fucking read this damn summer book. Chris, for number 6 or 7, he put Chuck Norris.
Just trolling.
And then when we got our quizzes back, everyone bombed that shit.
Yeah.
Chris got like, he passed. And one of the Chuck Norris ones, she put right.
Wow.
He showed that shit to me. I swear to God, I went to her and I was fucking livid.
Wow.
Livid.
Ariel was he let it be. Ariel had a tongue on her in high school.
Oh, bro, I cursed out
like
all
that,
the
but he
history.
let it be known.
The whole history department hated me. The whole science department loved me.
Wow.
That's how it was in high school. But that's
You're
just,
right, yeah.
and I could talk about those stories. Those were pretty fucked up stories, but
Yeah.
I always spoke my mind. Fuck these people.
So high school's closing down.
Nah, fuck
That's
these
what's
people.
hitting.
Depends.
We didn't even have a sports team. We had to go play sports at the bigger school.
high school,
We
yeah.
had to. It was such a fabricated high school experience.
Yeah, we didn't have lockers.
But I will not only put this place down. Shout out Miss Keenan. Shout out Miss Jamali. Those teachers.
Tereshka.
Those teachers really helped me to. They embodied in me my will to learn, and they really took advantage of it, and they did the best with their situation. And I take those skills throughout my whole life. I swear.
It's far.
Yeah.
far.
So as bad as it was structurally, I feel like the teachers there are really good. I'm pretty sure.
I loved it and I hated it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
But I would do it again if I had to. Seriously,
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it.
If I could go back to freshman year, I definitely would maybe go to like East Brunswick or some shit, or
I would probably
JFK or some
stay.
shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I loved it. I can't lie.
How do you know you weren't going to go to East Brunswick and get bullied by the big seniors?
True. I don't know. I
We were
loved it.
the
I wouldn't change it.
mans
I
on
wouldn't change
campus.
it.
We were the mans all 4 years. We top dogs.
Yeah, everyone looked up to us.
No one
type
could have
shit.
told us shit. Teachers couldn't even tell us stuff because we were there longer than teachers.
Yeah.
I sat during teachers' interviews and their mock class. I was a student in the class, and then they would come and teach the school the next year. Like, yeah.
Bro, it was so many memories
I've
in high
known you for
school.
like 10 years now.
More than that. 14.
Wow.
Or 28. Yo, half our life.
That's 77, half?
14 is half of 28.
Oh, half our life. Oh, okay.
Yeah. We met at 13, 14 as freshmen in high
This
school.
is another thing. Brandon in gematria is 14. Sorry. Yes. Brandon. If you add it up, it's 14. And that's 7 squared. That's another big thing. 14 is
That's not
another.
7 squared.
What's 7? Sorry. 7. It's 7 doubled. It's 2 sevens. And that's like a big thing. Check out Santos Bonacci.
He talks a lot about Aries and stuff too. I'm an Aries.
He does. He does. Me and you are number 1 and 2. If you're not the 1, I'm the 2. Have you ever heard that saying?
Yeah.
I got the 1 and the 2.
I'm
You're the 1 and I'm the 2. Literally.
Yeah.
That's what in the astronomy and
it's crazy. My girl's the last one in the cycle. She's Pisces.
oh, but she's cool as hell. She could go with anyone. Like she not go with anyone, but she's a fish. She's water. She's a water sign. She's cool as hell. Like she can blend with all of the.
Yeah, she represents the.
We're fucking bulls.
Head. Charismatic fire.
You're literally a ram and I'm a bull.
Yeah.
We're literally both very hot, talk-headed.
Fire element.
Fire elements. No, I'm a earth element.
I'm a fire.
I'm earth.
I can see that.
That's very grounded, very chakras.
I'm very
Yeah.
All right. My mind's always
Yeah.
Don't wait.
I'm
Don't
pretty
wait.
sure it's earth. What time we at?
Damn, something I want to talk about that's on my heart right now to finish
The more we have, the better.
to finish this off.
I'm gonna check my notebook.
Last night I was just at this candle lighting for JP.
Oh shit! Please tell me about that.
Yeah, it was probably 50 to 100 people at Bayview, which is Bayview, for those who don't know, at Perth Amboy is probably the waterfront's nicest area. Perth Amboy is a small town, New Jersey, on the coast. It's a bunch of Spanish people, and the waterfront is the nicest area. So my brother's best friend, JP, was 26 years old, RIP, died in a car accident in the Dominican Republic probably about a week ago, and did a little candle lighting. All his family, supporters, friends, anyone he had a relationship with, was there to support him. So everyone picked up a candle, put it in the letters of JP, like the candles, spelled it out. And it was emotional, man. But
I can't imagine.
His older brother came out with a cigar, and his little daughter, and man, when Jason, like the cop Jason, his older brother came up, he was just breaking down. But when he came up, it looked like JP. It looked just like him, like a twin. Started talking about him and talking about, the next steps and when the body's gonna get here, because it's coming from a whole nother country, and the body will get here Tuesday, funeral Friday, and it's tragic. He spoke about JP. He's like, man, everyone close their eyes. Like, picture those blue eyes, that hair, who he was, that niceness, that fearlessness, that, live like every day is the last day, attitude and shit like that. And he was just so angry at JP. Like, man, it's an emotional moment. Like, he's so angry at him. Like, he never knew how to say no, kind of thing. He's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, because it was quiet. It was so quiet. It was so somber. Like, it was such low energy. And he, broke the ice finally after a while and said that. And he was like, hey, anyone want to share some stories before we wraps up? And then my brother came up.
Wow.
First one. Amazing speech, man.
Is this recorded or no?
Nah, I wish. But
I wish too. For the family.
Yeah, he held it through. He had some tough moments where he choked up, but he paused. Held it together.
Strong.
And it was a captivating speech. Held it the whole way through. Clear message. Finished it off with a nice tone.
Nice.
With a nice this is a quote that me and JP always live by. Some pain hurts and some pain permeates. Brother, this is both. Something like that. Something along those lines. And then when I saw my brother say that, man, I was so proud of him. Like, damn, because that's his best friend.
That's dope.
It's one of his best friends. And for him to be in that moment in front of so many people, in front of like JP's family, his friends, it takes balls.
Of course.
It takes balls. And I know a lot of people have something on their heart, and they're scared of judgment. They're scared to take that step and say something about however they remember JP. So I even came up like 2-3 speakers after Vic, and I spoke my piece, and I'll finish this for JP too. I was like, I want to share a few stories about JP. I was with JP 2 weeks ago at the warehouse before he even went to DR, and he went to the warehouse. He was like, hey man, I'm about to go back to DR. I need to re-up on the fragrances. He always comes. Vic's friends, people know me for selling perfume. So Christmas time, he's going to DR. Cool, I got you. So he's like, yeah, whatever you think, I got you. Here, JP, YSLY. I got you for the low, here. He's like, all right, cool. All right, now I need something for my brother. I'm like, oh, yeah, no problem. All right, get some. I need something for my other brother. That's just who JP was. Always thinking of like the next person, like always bigger than himself. Then when we went outside, I'm like, damn, JP is a nice ass Jeep. Like, yeah, I'm renting it to my boy Slow-Mo. And takes out these cigars, some backwood papers. He's like, yo, this is for my business in DR. I'm about to go back and get hella cigars. If you still smoke, give it out to your boys. That's just JP,
That's
just
dope.
giving out to others. That's one story.
Yeah.
Then I remembered another story that I wanted to share with them too. And it was when we were seniors. And it's not like now where people are like, you know, vaping and doing shit in the bathroom. Back then, we used to do stupid shit like draw dicks and do slap contests and take a shit in a urinal. That's the shit that we used to do.
Yeah.
And I remember Edward Martinez. He was a kid that was like 20 years old, had a car when he was a freshman. He was that kid. He was like 200. He was like 210 pounds, and JP was 2 years under than us. Class of 16, we're class of 14. And we're in the bathroom. And when someone comes to the bathroom, we're doing the slap box competition.
He had balls. JP had the balls to step up right there for real.
So when we're in the bathroom, and when someone comes to the bathroom, you stop what you're doing, like, yo, is it a teacher type shit? And nah, it's JP, it's cool. So,
Step in the ring.
Keep that shit going. And Edward's the big dog. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Edward's the big, no one wants to slap box.
I didn't want to slap box.
Augie didn't win either.
Yeah, nobody wanted to slap box.
JP, wherever the action was, that's where he was, bro. That's who he was. And he was fearless. And I'm like, JP, bro, you're like 100 pounds soaking wet.
He was a smaller kid at the time.
And he did it, bro. He did it. He got slapped. He held it together. It was all funny and whatever, but he did that. And I wanted to share that about him too, like his fearlessness, his always thinking of others' value, his characteristics. And the last thing I wanted to share was, I remember during I didn't share this part during there, but I forgot to share this. But during COVID, I'll share it here. During COVID lockdown, the warehouse was unoccupied. It was a dump in there. It was crazy. JP got all the boys, Chris, Ethan, my brother Vic, all the boys. They rented out a TV from Walmart for like $1,000, and they returned it every 29 days, like the day before, like the 30-day warranty. And they used to be trapped up at the warehouse. It was all locked down. They used to order hella Chicken Shack all day, freestyle, do Nerf gun wars, and JP was always orchestrating that. He's always on the next move, always action, and always trying to do something and get his people together. And that's who JP was. And I wanted to share that with people. And then the last thing I said, I'm like, yeah, this is a tragic thing to happen, but we got to remember the good qualities he had, like this, and keep that in our heart, because then that means JP is going to live forever.
Of course.
And I ended it on that. So I just wanted to share that because that was on my heart. And
oh, good.
That was literally yesterday. And, you know, I want to look back and remember what I shared. Remember JP for who he was and take him for the best qualities he was. Man, he was a 26-year-old great kid.
And I went to high school with him. I thought it was a different JP when you first told me, and then I realized, oh, this is JP. Yeah.
Bro, it's tough, bro. His older sister. And it's crazy to hear so many different perspectives. I remember when I finished my speech, the black girl right next to me, I don't even know her name, but she was class of 16's president.
Okay.
And she hadn't seen any of the charter people since they graduated, you know, since 2016. And she was like, I wanted to see everyone 10 years after, but I wasn't even going to say anything. But hearing me triggered a memory for her. I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot about that. She was like, I remember when I was class president, for you guys don't know. And I remember walking into school one day, and we're getting ready for battle of the classes, and I get called to the principal's office. And I'm like, the hell? Like, you know, I'm a good kid. I never do anything wrong. And they're like, yeah, someone broke into the school, changed the class of 14 to the 6.
I remember this.
To the 6. And it was a prank. They broke into the school. It was JP who got my brother, like all that, the goons, and they went in there, and it was a prank. And as soon as they called me to the principal's office, told me what happened, she was like, I know who did this. Like, I know who did this. And that's who JP was a prankster.
Yeah.
You know, he's live like the last day, just have a good time.
We were pissed. The class of 14 was just not pissed, but
we lost
like,
that battle of the classes.
Yeah.
And oh my God, I just remembered something my brother shared. He was like, yeah, JP.
We lost that battle of classes?
No, we didn't do it. They canceled it.
Okay.
They canceled it. But I remember my brother yesterday, he was like, JP was just, he always wanted a Porsche. He always talked about having a Porsche. I remember he sent Jason and Vic pictures of this Porsche he should get. He's like, yo, you guys think I should get this? And Jason and Vic both told him, no, that's stupid as fuck. Next week, they're taking pictures in JP's Porsche. That's just who JP was.
savage.
You feel what I'm saying? And
What was his life path? What was his birthday? Do you remember from
I
the
don't know
card
his
yesterday?
birthday. I don't know his birthday. I would have to see his birthday, but
You didn't take like a car. Oh, true. You didn't have a service.
no, there wasn't anything like that. But that's who JP was. Vic was like, he probably spent every penny he made, and he
Yeah.
earned a lot of it.
Yeah.
But that's how he lived. Like, every day is my last day. Live free,
course.
die attitude, fearless, thinking of others. And bro, one person died, and that thing was filled up with so many people, bro. So much support. And his older sister, I mean, I could keep going on and on, but his older sister shared something, was like, man, because you're seeing a best friend's perspective. You're seeing an older brother's perspective. Now his older sister, man, that was tough. She was like,
I'm trying. Yeah.
she was like,
Sum it up in five.
it's refreshing to hear, like,
We don't need to rush, bro. I'm chilling. You could
yeah,
tell
I
us
know,
whole story.
I'm just, all right, whatever. I'll just say what she said.
It was very.
She was like, it's refreshing to see how JP really was. You know, she was way older than JP, like probably like 15 or 20, some year, like a
Yeah.
big age gap. JP's 1 of 5, but it's a big age gap. And that's the oldest sister. And she was always the overprotective, overbearing, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, JP, you know how he is. He's going to take away. He's always with his boys, doing wild shit.
Yeah.
So she literally lived through a lot of our experiences, just hearing our stories about how JP was, who he was, compared to her, like, always berating him, always.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then she also said, like, she ended it with, the support has been tremendous.
That's correct.
Bro, like tremendous, like financially, like, you know, emotionally, spiritually. We said a prayer, like, just tremendous.
Yeah.
And it's awesome how, like, one person, if you have that energy, that characteristic, that character trait of thinking of others, just that, man, I saw so many people there. It's like one person got so many people there,
Yeah.
and he touched so many hearts.
No, it's amazing.
Bro, like
No, R.I.P.
that's what I'm
R.I.P.
saying. That's like to counteract the beginning of this episode where we
You
were talking
do.
about
You end me
solitaire.
so bad and so somber.
No, to counteract the solitarity of the
Oh,
number
that good.
7. You know, live life like Joel. Think of others. Think of, you know, always orchestrate. Don't be the person that person doesn't hit me up anymore. It's always a two-way street. Joel was the person who made the plans, who went above and beyond, got his boys. He was the person that would get a friend group, let the friend group keep walking and take a picture from behind just to
That's
have
the
the
best
memory.
dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he always had all the content. He was that person. So, like, just trying to tie it back to the beginning of the episode, where if you are a 7 out there, you have any 7 energy, or you are introverted, you are a loner, we can learn something from JP as far as how valuable relationships are and to think of others. And just seeing, man, he died at 26 and he had so many people. So many people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it's
R.I.P. JP, man. I love you.
R.I.P. JP.